Good morning, friends, all over under the sun. This is Professor Shahil from Lahore, Pakistan. First of all, I will highly congratulate, congratulate my beloved all nationality holders under the sun who do have got Pakistani passport. You know, we got independence in the year 1947, 14th August 1947. That was a great event in the history of nations. All right, but today I will analyze that and raise a couple of questions at this point of time today on the same occasion. I'm celebrating this day in my own way. I will put lights and flag in front of my home, in front of the house, and will decorate in the evening of, colorful lights, a symbol of celebration. I do it, every year I do it now onward since after 2 years. Now I'm come to the point that I'm going to raise a couple of the quick questions that regarding the history of Pakistan. That what were the circumstances under which our father of the nation, honorable, a lawyer by profession like my father, had to took oath as the first Governor General of Pakistan, you know, and taking oath under the Act of 1935, what was, prevalent in the Indian subcontinent. What was his compulsion to accept such a statute law for taking oath of an independent nation? Why Pakistan, different governments, with the passage of time, instead of going to the, at the time the world was bipolar, they opted for the American camp and involved in the Santo and Sito. How military establishment was already strong during from the days of from pre-partition days, and over here for stable government, was a martial law government of Ayubian regime. How he was a benevolent dictator, besides other things, what a dictator do. How he celebrated the decade of development, and later it turned out to be, there is a question, it turned out to be a decade of decadence. How different political parties and their leadership got, you know, reason and came into power and formed political parties like Honorable Z.D. Bhutto Sahib, People's Party. All right. What was the good reason? And the question is, the state, what we got acquired, it was, and it claimed to be an ideological state on the map of the world. Like Israelis and Pakistanis are two nations in the world who were demanded on the basis of ideology. We demanded, you know, as an Islamic country, that we are a Islamic country and Islamic Republic of Pakistan. But what we did to our ideology, how it failed in the case of the emergence of Bangladesh, the country, the half part, you can say, or one part of our country was got liberated, got liberation, East Pakistan became Bangladesh. They were all Muslims. Even Muslim League under the banner of which Qaid Azam fought election and came into power, Mr. M.A. Jinnah and subsequent leadership like Liaquat Ali Khan, they all belonged to Muslim Leagues. And Muslim League was, like Nawab Bakarul Mulk, Nawab Salim, like that. They are all, the founding father of that party. Finally, what were the good reasons that East Pakistan became Bangladesh and no power under the sun, not America, not even China or Islamic countries came into an action and helped us during those days, and more than 95,000 our honorable soldiers and general had to bow down and have to accept defeat. Later on, a great constitution of 1973 was carved. It was a marvelous piece of paper, and with consensus of all of the political parties of Pakistan, it came into force. But how subsequently, with the passage of time, there had a lot of been, amendments in the constitution sometime by the dictators in collaboration with the judiciary and politicians. And subsequently, what our own politicians are doing and how they are doing, how they are, changing the shape of a beautiful constitution by sheer dint of their parliamentary power, and want to change the things, want to change the structure of different institutions, and not the state at the moment it is now, but rather the government in power. They are trying to change the shape of different institutions and want to make them obey under their rule. What is happening with the judiciary? what is happening with the bureaucracy, what is happening with the local governments and stakeholders like army, like how they are handling now the foreign policy of Pakistan, how nations have now become subservient to the terms and conditions of World Bank and IMF. Now they form our, household budget. How what it should be the contours of our budget and money collection over here, and we have bowed down. What are the constraints? One needs to know that China is our great friend. Now America is too our great friend. And Middle Eastern rich countries, they are too our great friends. Great, great, and great. And at what foreign policy or national interest, at the cost of national interest, we are accepting everyone one way or the other and making such a policies due to which, you know, poverty still persists. And there's absolute, poverty, millions of them, billions, I would say, of the 40% or the 45% of the population is living below the poverty belt, and the theory of Dr. Mahbubul Haq of trickle-down effect, creating and trusting on 22 families or like that in the 60s, in the Harvard Advisory Group and the growth model, and and there had been no trickle down effect. Rich became more rich and poor became more rich. We are the fifth or sixth nation as far as our population is concerned. And only, what was the reason that only urban areas, the most developed part, which already were, enjoying the status of cosmetic, I say, or developed part of the Pakistan, they had made more developed, why desire of such politician, was given more value? That Lahore should look like Paris. What about Kasur, my hometown? What about other part of the countries in Balochistan, other part of the region like Balochistan, or in NWFP, FATA, or KPK, or Gilgit Baltistan, or rural areas of Sindh, or bordered area with India and Afghanistan? There are more than, 50, 60,000 villages in Pakistan. People are dying for good food, water, sanitary conditions, transportation, health infrastructure, child labor, status of women in Pakistan, rural-urban dichotomy, poor agriculture sector, you know, and and ridden with the problems of our industrial sector. What there's a question: why our expatriates, Pakistanis, who pose that they are, they are very well wisher of Pakistan. Millions of them are in United States of America. I've seen myself in America, Europe, Far East, in the Pacific region, and we're not. right from Norway up to the shore of Tokyo or Venezuela, Argentina, or you can find them also at the coast, nearby the coast of Mexico or Florida, Iceland, and in the whole of the European continent. Surely also, there are many, many millions in the Middle East. Nobody want to come back. That is the, their feeling of, their attitude, how they are nationalists. They would send you money, but the question is, they won't just, a few would love to be over here, came back and settled in Pakistan. Nobody want to. They must be celebrating in their hometown, in the different, embassies on this day and occasion, Pakistan, Zindabad, wearing this and that, dress and like that, this and that, everywhere. But they won't come to Pakistan. They claim that we are Pakistanis. They're not investing over here for different security reasons because they do have got capitalist thought, no Islamic cost. They are nationalists. And over here, in the evening, what would happen, that young guys would be on the road having a lot of, they were, riding motorbike with high speed, disturbing different families who are on the road. No girl is safe today on the road or can go on the all alone. That is the security level. And they're raising hue and cry, they will raise hue and cry, and along with different peepneys, I would say, a small, trumpet like, Now this year they have made at least 2 to 3 feet long peepneys, I would say trumpet like, to make noise. The question is this a celebration? Just you are saluting and this and that and parade. It's all right. Whoever is doing, at least he is doing something to celebrate this occasion. But what rest of the nation is going to do tonight? I'm afraid we are all not safe and sound mentally as well as physically over here and deserve to celebrate it the way it should be or the way developed part of the world celebrated with respect and honor. Honor can only be purchased by worthy deeds. And I'm sorry, deeds of this nation are not worthy at all. May God bless you today and always. Take good care of yourself. Bye bye.